The Lord of the Rings is back, and just in time for the holidays. This time around there won't be any draft boxes or set boxes, only collector boxes, and it's going to be a special edition collector box, whatever that might mean. We're also going to see Jumpstart Volume 2 and scene boxes, and in this set there might be some of the most spicy cards we have seen in a Magic the Gathering product for a very long time, and this just might be some of the best cards in total of the entire Lord of the Rings set. Of course, we're going to go over some of these cards in the end of the video, so stay tuned for that.
Let's get straight into some of the product line for this Lord of the Rings Holiday Edition. First up are those Jumpstart boosters. While they might be really good for new players because you just grab 2 packs, mix them, and then you have a ready to play deck, they are not the best of products. They are a bit lackluster, they don't have enough themes, whereas the original edition of Jumpstart is really good and really fun. We can't really recommend buying these ones. However, they did do a very smart move on these Jumpstart Volume 2 of Lord of the Rings because they put 5 new cards in there. And these 5 cards, as you can see right now, are pretty darn good. So maybe pick it up or maybe just buy these 5 as singles.
Please let us know how you feel about the special Lord of the Rings Holiday Edition. Are you going to be buying boxes? Are you buying singles? Or are you skipping this product entirely? Let us know down in the comment section. This time around, we have seen that the Lord of the Rings Holiday Edition are going to have a special edition collector box. This in itself is a little strange because what should be more collector than a collector box? Well, apparently there's a special edition collector box. And we had a really hard time trying to discern what is actually in the box and what makes it different from a regular collector box. To make a video about that would be a video entirely in itself. So we are just going to skip to the juicy parts because there are a lot of stuff in these special edition collector boxes. Greg and Tim Hildebrand, famous Lord of the Rings artists, have gotten 20 cards in the special edition booster boxes that you can find if you're lucky enough to pull them. These cards are editions of well-known Magic cards that have gotten a special Lord of the Rings art on top of them. For instance, you can see we have the Sylvan Tutor and the Pact of Negation. And these cards, they are going to be, very special Lord of the Rings cards with Lord of the Rings arts. Be aware, they are technically just reprints of other well-known Magic cards out there. So, should you go and buy these, you should get it for the Lord of the Rings art, not for the card itself.
Another version that you can find in the special edition collector box are these Borderless Poster cards. It is 20 of the mythic cards from the previous main set that will have this version. It is a borderless version with a poster that is more like a 70s, maybe 80s rock poster, and you can find it on cards such as the One Ring and Sauron. So we have all of these cards already from the main set, but this time around they're getting this very special and specific treatments. I think sometimes these cards look kind of interesting, but a lot of the times I'm a bit worried about actually reading the cards because they are pretty hard to read. And on top of this treatment, there will also be 100 out of 100 copies that are serialized. So from 1 to 100 of each of these 20 cards, and like all the other serialized cards, these will also be in the double rainbow foil treatment.
The special edition booster boxes are also going to give us a new frame, and this frame is a really old and nice scroll frame. Wizard of the Coast says that this frame should remind us of reading an old book. This flavor is really spot on with this framing. Unfortunately, the frame starts very long into the card, so we're going to have a lot of black space around the card of the scroll, and that is a bit of a downer, I think. To my taste, the colors are a bit too faded, and there's this sort of ring effect around the illustration that takes some of the nicety of the illustration itself away from the card. But in itself, the frame is really nice and the scroll case is really nice.
Don't be a Nazgul. Make sure to like and subscribe to this video. We really appreciate it. And now let's check out all the new foil treatments in this set.
Wizards of the Coast have been going all in with the foil treatments in this set. We're getting a new foiling. We're getting the silver foil. And this foiling makes the card very metallic and very shiny. So it's not going to be like the edged foil that was really dark and metallic. It's going to be much brighter. And we're also going to see search foil having a comeback. In other sets, the search foil had been the foil to, go for, the foil to get the chase foil. But in this set, everything gets a search foil, almost. Even tokens are going to get a search foil. So this might just be the end for the special search foiling, at least if this is going to be a trend in the coming sets of Magic the Gathering.
Just like the last set, we're getting Realm and Relic box toppers again. I feel like I'm almost quoting myself from the previous video because the Realm and Relic box toppers are getting a reprint in this special edition collector box for Lord of the Rings Volume 2. But this time around, they're not just getting a print in a foil and a nice version, they're also making the Ultra Chase version. So of course, they are serialized. There will be serialized versions of all the Realm and Relic box toppers, which is pretty cool if you're buying this time around. But if you bought it the last time around and you didn't get the chance to get the serialized version, it might be a bit of a bummer. But this time around, we will see a double rainbow foil version that has a serialization on all of the Realm and Relic box toppers, and there are 30 in total of these. So in total for this special edition collector box, there will be 20 of the poster versions that are 1 out of 100 serialization on, and there will be 30 of the Realm and Relic box toppers, which are also 1 out of 100 in their serialization. So that's a lot of serialized cards, and maybe, just maybe, we're following the old Wizards of the Coast MO and just bleeding something good until it's absolutely dead. Because how special will those serialized cards be when there are so many?
We're going to have 4 scene boxes. These scene boxes contain 6 really special scene cards, never before printed, and they are unique and really powerful. At least some of them. And in the scene boxes, you get these 6 scene cards, and you get 3 set booster packs. They come in a little sort of bundle because with the 6 cards, you also get a commander, you get a legendary creature, and you get 5 cards that revolve around this legendary creature. So you could build around them and you could start making a great commander deck from just these 6 cards. They are also fairly expensive. If you should buy them as single cards, you should pay around $7 per card. And I'm not certain they're going to hold this kind of value in the long run when this set is actually released. So maybe just pick what you need as singles if you're not just loving each and every one of these cards. And now for those spicy cards. Aragorn, Hornbuck Hero. He's a 4/4 human soldier and a legendary creature, and he costs 1 colorless, 1 red, 1 green and 1 white to cast. And he has the ability that attacking creatures you control have first strike and renown 1. Whenever a renowned creature you control deals combat damage to a player, double the number of 1 encounters on it. Having white in his casting cost makes him an ideal commander for white weenie decks and will reward you a lot for aggro tactics. Having white and also red in his casting cost is going to be really well suited for having an aggro tactic in a commander deck. Another one of the legendary creatures that's going to be a really great commander is Galadriel, Light of Valinor. Galadriel, Light of Valinor is a legendary creature elf noble. She costs 2 colorless, 1 green, 1 white and 1 blue to cast. And she has the Alliance mechanic. And the Alliance mechanic says, whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. You have add 3 green, or put a 1/1 card on each creature you control, or scry 2, then draw a card. So having her as a commander is really powerful. She ramps, she boosts, and she makes card draw available to you. Especially building elves around her is going to be extremely powerful with the ramp, the card draw and the boosting.
These new to Magic cards that are completely new and haven't been seen before are all of the 6 cards in each of the 4 scene boxes. You can not only get them in a scene box, they are also a part of the cards pool that you can pull from a special edition collector box. So that might also be an option if you're not so into scene box, because there's not a lot of value there. You can get them in the special edition collector boosters, both in the non-foil but also in the search foil, which is pretty hot and looks very cool, even though it's not as exclusive as it was before.
With the new special edition of the Lord of the Rings, you get a lot of new treatments, you get a new foiling, and you get the possibility of drawing serialized cards. But do be aware that this is mostly just a reprint set. There are only 29 unique new cards to this set compared to the original Lord of the Rings that released earlier this year. So if you're just looking for more of the same cards, this should be a great buy. If you love new treatments, this should be a great buy. But if you expect something brand new and unique to this set, this might not be the brand for you.
And for us personally, this is not going to be a set that we're going to run out and buy. We are pretty much just going to pick up singles, but if you love it, then definitely go out and get it. The seed boxes, they're pretty cool, but there's not a lot of value in there, and maybe this pretty much just screams just pick up the singles later on. That was it for our take on the holiday edition set of Lord of the Rings, the Volume 2 version. If you want to know a little about or a lot about the last standard set in Magic for this year of 2023, look right up here for the Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Thank you for watching.
A big thank you goes out to our YouTube channel members and our Patreon members. You're helping support this channel and you make this work possible for us to do. So thank you.